Are you ready to stop the self-sabotage and create the life you desire? Well, in order for that to happen, you need to break free from the bad beliefs that are holding your success hostage. You need to optimize the stress by turning it into extra energy for success. And those hurtful habits? Well, we need to give that pain a purpose for progress. Welcome to Stop the Self-Sabotage and Create the Life You Desire podcast. What is happiness? And if it's so important to us, how do we get more of it? How is that different from joy? These are some of the questions that I want to assist you in finding your own personal answers to before I do this gifted hypnosis session for you to experience amplified and accelerated happiness. But what is it exactly? Well, that's when we need to look at how is happiness different from joy? Because joy, we're actually hardwired for. It's genetic. Joy is being able to look at that beautiful sunset and revel in its magnificence. Joy is to be able to sit down with a good book and have it just pull at you because it seems that the story it's telling might be the story of you. Joy is simply a part of beauty. And beauty says that to be truly beautiful, it's just a fuller expression of our inner harmony, which is the reason why you can be looking at something and go, oh my gosh, that is incredibly beautiful, like a dandelion, which most people would consider a weed, but yet it's fully expressing itself. So we're hardwired to experience joy, to be filled, joyful, but that's different than happiness. Happiness is temporary because happiness has to be earned. Happiness is a satisfaction. It means to be satiated from action. So we can see that beautiful sunset, but then get up and go get someone to enjoy it with us. And now we're not just going to experience joy, but also happiness because we've taken action on it. We can read that book and be so filled with the insight that it has for us that we want to get up and we want to make not just our lives better, but the lives of those around us better. That now has triggered happiness. But there's two types of happiness. There's competition happiness and there's master happiness. Solving problems or designing a life. See, you, when you were a small child, actually were happy because you were taking actions on who you really are. Being your very best. Maybe it was, who could swing the highest on the swing? Or run the fastest? Or read more books over the summer? So there was a level of mastery there because you were bringing yourself out at your very best. But then you were conditioned and programmed as time went on by people in authority around you that you needed to be less focused on your fuller expression and more focused on who they needed you to be for you to be okay. It's called the human condition. We all go through it. So you went from designing a life based on you at your very best to solving problems. I mean, if you think about it, that's how you got through school. You were promoted from one grade to the next as how complex were the problems that you could solve. Same way in business. But that didn't mean that you were bringing out the attributes of you to be your very best. So the idea is for you to be happy, not because you're solving problems, because your very powerful mind, known as the subconscious, will not tolerate a void. So you solve something and it's going to go, we got to put something in its place. And now you have to solve the next problem and the next and the next. And instead, we want to look at, yes, how can you be solving problems, but the problems that are going to improve the quality of your life, the problems that are going to be a blessing for you as well as those around you. That's what we want to be focused on today. And that's what I want to utilize this hypnosis session for, is to activate and accelerate that within you. But what is hypnosis? Hypnosis is simply a state of heightened suggestibility. But in that state of heightened suggestibility, there needs to be some sort of emotions that have been turned on. And then those are the suggestions that you'll go along with. So every time you're in an emotional state throughout your day, you're actually accepting suggestions based on that emotion. You get angry and ticked off, you are now open to suggestions to be even angrier and being even more ticked off. I was trying to choose my words carefully there. This is the reason why I start with relaxation. Because if we relax you, now you're open to suggestion, but you're open to the suggestions that are going to help you feel even more relaxed, even more at ease, even more peaceful and tranquil, bringing you out at your very best. So what is hypnosis? It's simply a state of heightened suggestibility. Can you be hypnotized? Yes. You go in and out of this state numerous times. Science says anywhere between 150 to 200 times every single day. But it's based on the emotions that you're in that will determine the type of suggestions that you'll accept, which is the reason why I can't make you do anything you don't want to do. If you value life being hard, if you value that you have complex problems that have no answer to them, if you value staying stuck, then this session will not benefit you. But if you value the beauty that you possess, if you value designing a life, if you value turning on your amplification and acceleration, because when life is better for you, it's going to be better for those around you, then this session will lay the foundation for you to begin to move forward. You need to be in a place where you're going to be undisturbed for approximately the next 10 to 15 minutes. This is a mini session. It's not a full-blown one. We're not getting you resolution here. Resolution says that you need to be working with someone else like myself. Why is that? Because your original painful problem was created by somebody else. And that's the challenge with a lot of leaders in the beginning stages of their fuller expression, is that they try to do it all on their own. They read the books, they take the classes, they watch the videos, but they're doing it all by themselves. And this is the reason why it can be very hard to sustain forward momentum. It's because you need someone else to assist you in what's known as correction coach. See, we've been taught to sacrifice. We've been taught to sacrifice ourselves so the life for somebody else can be okay. Again, human condition when we were kids. But we weren't taught how to be corrected, not for someone else, but for us. And we think that correction is going to hold pain because we've confused it with punishment when we didn't do what someone else needed us to be. So the idea is to have correction and bringing you out at your very best. So again, this is going to start building momentum. But for you to get resolution, you need to be working with someone. And if that makes sense, go to my website, canhypnosishelpyou.com, and see what it has to say. See if it resonates with you, whether working with me or one of my associates. Okay. You will be able to listen to this, or for those of you that are joining me live, watch the video again for reinforcement. But you need to know this. After just 3 times, it's going to lose its effectiveness, which is the reason why I do not sell any type of hypnosis audios. And for those of you who are in my industry that are thinking about sending me hate mail right now because that's what your business is based on, go find another way to support people instead of glamming onto mine, okay? So you can think of it like this. You watch a movie for the first time. Oh my gosh, it is so impactful. It grabs you and it moves you. And now you want to share it with somebody else. And you watch it the second time and it still tugs at those emotions. You watch it the third time and you're going, yeah, now I know what's coming next. This is the same reason why hypnosis audios will lose their effectiveness, because you know what's coming next. And so it has the ability to influence you, but not the ability to impact you. So you can listen to this after the first time in order to feel better, but you're going to experience the results from the first time. All right. No driving a car, no playing with chainsaws. Get yourself comfortable. Whenever I'm complete, I'll be signing off. So if you've got someplace you need to be, you might want to be setting an alarm for in about 15 minutes. All right. So this is what I want you to do. Get in a comfortable, semi-upright position. And as you're allowing yourself to get at ease, I want you to take in an easy breath, hold it for a moment, and then release it. And now take in another soft breath, again holding it. And this time as you let it go, if you haven't done so already, allow your eyes to close gently. And now continue to breathe in gently, letting go softly. And as you continue to breathe, I'd like you to think about all the different ways in which you love to experience the world by bringing you out at your very best. I know one of the ways in which you have the ability to learn to be your very best is by hearing. And as you listen to the sound of my voice, you're simply learning to relax. And any sounds, everyday sounds that might be in your environment at this very moment are simply going to help you by deepening your relaxation. And the more you relax, the easier it is to focus on my voice. And the more you focus on my voice, the easier it is for you to relax. And the second powerful way in which you love to experience the world around you, learning how to bring yourself out at your very best, is by seeing. And even with your eyes closed, if I'd ask you to, you could imagine or you could think about a summer leaf from a tree, vibrant in color, with maybe just a single drop of dew rolling across its surface. And the third way in which you have the ability to be your very best is by feeling. You're now becoming aware of how your legs are beginning to relax. And as your focus changes, you might notice how your shoulders are settling into their natural position. You might even become aware of your breath, how much more at ease it is than where it was just a moment ago. You're realizing that you have a very powerful mind that can and will work for you. So I want you to use this powerful mind of yours now. With every breath in and then out, you're simply letting go of any stress, tension, or strain you may have been holding on to, starting at the top of your head, down across the back, over your forehead and around your eyes, across your cheeks and through your jaw. Every breath out, just letting go of any stress or tension that might be in your neck and shoulders, upper arms, elbows, forearms, wrists, hands, and fingers. In fact, you may find that your fingertips become slightly tingly, as any stress, tension, or strain you've been holding on to now has your permission to flow down your arms and out your hands. Feels really good to let go down both sides of your back, through your chest and stomach, your hips, releasing now any strain that might be present in your legs. First, we're going to start with your thighs, and then your knees, calves and ankles, the tops of your feet. Even your toes have permission to let go. So with your next breath out, letting go of any stress, tension, or strain you may have been holding on to, and just allow it to flow out the bottom of your feet, just as easily as you let go of your breath whenever you're done with it. And now that you've let go to the best of your ability, you're ready to start to relax. So with every breath in, you draw in a wonderful wave of relaxation, starting at the bottom of your feet, now the tops, completely and totally relaxing you as it flows up through your legs and into your hips, directing this progressive, relaxing sensation up both sides of your back. Pleasant and wonderful as it moves through your stomach, into your chest. Oh, flowing into those shoulders, down through your arms, all the way to the tips of your fingers. So soothing as it moves up your neck and over the back of your head, across your jaw and over your cheeks. Muscles around your eyes are soft, forehead smooth, all the way to the top of your head. Now, you're continuing to breathe in easily and exhale slowly. And as you do so, your body's receiving more oxygen. And as this oxygen circulates throughout your system, it's helping you to feel calm and relaxed. But even though you're feeling good right now, you know you're capable of feeling even better. So in just a moment, I'm going to count from 5 down to 1. And as I do so, I want you to relax further. Any part of you that you wish, physically, how you feel, emotions begin to soften, thoughts begin to just fade into the background. But 5, you're the one in control, choosing to relax to the level that's the very best for you. 4, maybe more relaxed than you've been in a while. But 3, every cell, every fiber of your being now has your permission to be relaxed, comfortable, and at ease too. These feelings have been accomplished by your wonderful ability to focus. And as you focus on my voice, you feel good. And as you feel good, it's easy to focus on my voice. And 1, all the way down, relaxing your stomach, chest, back, and arms, feet and legs, muscles in and around your neck or ease, eyes are soft. You're relaxed and you're in control. And as you allow yourself to relax even further into this peaceful, comfortable experience, to sink deeper into this delicious relaxation, I want you to imagine, I want you to think about a beautiful white sandy beach, stretched out before you as far as your eyes can see. You notice the grains of sand glittering in the afternoon sun like millions of tiny crushed diamonds. You reach down and pick up a handful and let it sift slowly through your fingertips. It sparkles, but it's amazingly soft, like warm sugar. You look over to one side and see the brilliant turquoise ocean water, wave after wave, capped with a frothy white foam, rhythmically rolling onto the shore. And you smile at those familiar, comfortable, gentle sounds of the waves crashing onto the sand as you walk closer to the water's edge. You allow that cool, salty water to just barely tickle your wiggling toes. You close your eyes and you lift your face to the sky. A smile begins to touch your lips as you feel the sun's rays warm on your skin, breathing in deeply that refreshing, light, salty breeze. And then you heard a pair of seagulls cavorting just above the water's surface, as if playing a friendly game of tag with one another. As they squawk and fly higher, zigzagging across the clear blue sky, you enjoy the birds playing and think of how peaceful this place is for you. You turn around and notice a small grove of palm trees just beyond some grass-covered sand dunes. It looks cool and inviting because you're standing in the warm afternoon sun. You begin to move towards it, creating a path of footprints through the sand as you go. You didn't notice these trees before, but as you walk towards them, you know it's just where you want to be. It'll lead you to that special place just up ahead. Anticipating the thought of getting there, you move even quicker. You can feel your legs moving you along easily without any effort at all. These wonderful legs that have carried you wherever you've needed to go. You can see that you're almost there, and it looks like a place you could relax for a while. And as you get closer, you see a hammock stretched between the two trees. You speed up your movement to get there even sooner, and as you approach, you can feel a cool breeze coming from this shady oasis. Reach the hammock, sit down. It sways just slightly, but sturdy and comfortable. You look once more to the path you just walked in the sand, all the way from the water's edge, created by your footprints, and it does not seem that it took you this long at all to reach this comfortable place. It was such an easy way to go, even though you had to put forth some effort. You lean back into the hammock, enjoying your special place. Sunlight streaming down through the branches of the palm trees, noticing how the shadows of the leaves are dancing on the trunks of the trees, falling into a wonderful dreaming state, a wonderful peaceful state of relaxation. Enjoying this place, this time just for you. When you're interrupted by some children's laughter, you know the type of giggles. When a kid is having such a good time that you cannot help but smile along. And you look over to the side and you notice some children playing along the water's edge. One is running out, chasing the waves. And then as the wave begins to roll back in, they're running back on shore, trying to beat it. The other one has mounds of sand, laughing as it erects its sand castle, noticing that there are some very vague details to it, but that the child is looking at it with eyes of it being a masterpiece. Another one is blowing bubbles and watching the breeze catch them and then chasing after them, giggling in glee as they burst upon their fingers. You think back to the times when you were a child now, enjoying yourself. What was it that would light you up? Was it the fact that you could swing so high that you almost thought in your child's mind that the swing set could tip over, going higher and higher? Or could it be on your bike? Oh, being able to take those hills with the energy of youthful enthusiasm. Being with friends, knowing that as soon as you showed up, they were so glad that you were there. Or might it have been the books? Looking forward to the delicious afternoons in the summer where you could stretch out and become one with the characters. Taking a moment now and thinking about you at your very best. I wonder what strengths, talents, and abilities that you possessed as a child, maybe long ago forgotten. But now your powerful mind is bringing them back to the surface for you. I wonder if they were a sound, what sound would they be? If they were a color, these beautiful attributes of you, what color would represent them? If it were a feeling, what feeling is now moving through you as you remember those times when you were bringing you out at your very best? I wonder what word could be used to describe it. And now I want you to take your powerful mind. I want you now to move it a little bit further. You're now a teenager. Yes, there were some tough times, but now thinking about those times that had you smiling on the inside, maybe even smiling on the outside. And as you think about those beautiful times, you realize it's because you were bringing with you those strengths, talents, and abilities that as a child you possessed, being your very best. And now thinking about the times as an adult, maybe one, maybe many, but the times when life just seemed to flow for you because you were revealing who you really are. The beauty you possessed showed up in harmony in your world. And again, thinking about the color, thinking about the feeling, thinking about the sound, thinking about the word, because you're going to find that after our time is over with today, every time you want to experience revealing more of you at your very best, all you need to do is notice that color. Bring about that feeling by focusing on it, just as you've focused it on here today, saying that word to yourself. And that will be the cue to your very powerful mind to find everything in your environment to support you at who you really are. Not because I say so, but because it's always been within your power to be your very best. Because when you're your very best, you're a blessing to the world because your light is turned on bright. You know, hypnosis is simply a learning process, and you've allowed yourself to begin to remember what's been the very best about you. And each time you experience hypnosis, whether it's with a facilitator or it's self-hypnosis, you'll be able to bring about even more of you at your very best. This is a cycle of progress that can and will work for you. So in just a moment, I'm going to count from 5 up to 1. And as I do so, you feel fabulous. All of the suggestions and all of the instructions will begin to work for you and work for you now. 5, feeling great. You know you can do anything you set your mind to, and you have set your mind to being truly happy. 4, slowly and gradually, some of the feelings are coming back into your feet and legs as you take control of what you focus on, what you feel, and the actions you take. 3, becoming more and more aware of everything around you, just as you're becoming more and more aware of your own abilities and talents to design your life to bring you out at your very best. 2, coming up to an alert state, feeling great, refreshed, and confident. And 1, taking in an easy breath, ready to experience who you really are and the happiness that it will bring.